Now, step two, after you've done that, after you've kind of audited that, aligned things that might be misaligned, now you're able to see where you're actually spending your dollars. Are you spending most of your money in awareness and consideration or decision? Where is that actually going? And what kind of results is it getting? Are you spending 60% of your budget on the decision phase, but you're getting 5% of your customers from there ultimately? Chances are that's not the case, but you know what? All kinds of crazy things could happen, and you won't know until you organize your account, A, and then B, take a look at your spend, your leads, your cost per lead, and your cost per customer on each of those types of campaigns or ad groups that are awareness stage, consideration stage, and decision stage. So you can aggregate all those. Now, we have this as a best practice. So when you actually take a look at it and you'll see, maybe it's 50% awareness, 25%, whatever the breakdown ends up being for you, that might be a great place to start. But if you're either creating an account fresh or after evaluating where you're spending your dollars based upon buyer's journey stage, you're definitely not getting the results that you want. A good place to start in terms of a best practice is 15% of your budget going to awareness, 25 to consideration, and 60 to decision. Why is the breakdown what it is here? And I should say that this is a starting point. This is a best practice. It might be a little bit different for you, depending upon your buyer persona and your industry and market. All right. But breaking this down, why is for awareness, we want to lowball our max CPC. We want to pay as little as possible to bring in leads. It's even okay if they're not the most qualified, because what we're going to talk about later, hint, hint, is how we're going to nurture these leads and ultimately get them to the decision phase. So they're going to weed themselves out in some ways. That isn't to say, you don't want to pay attention to your audience targeting. You don't want to make sure that you're getting at the right place at the right time for your buyer persona. But our goal here is to lowball our costs, get people in relatively cheaply, and see if we can nurture them later. Consideration stage, we're spending a little bit more money. Some of the search terms are going to be nearly as pricey as decision phase terms, but we're able to slow things down a little bit with some retargeting, building audiences and tools like HubSpot or Google Analytics as well. And then last but not least, why is decision phase so expensive? One is you might be starting there. And that's typically a great place to start because that might be the kind of campaigns that you're already running. And if we can get those people in, and the promise of paid advertising has always been, well, hey, you could do that whole content marketing thing, but it's going to take you 6 months or 9 months or 12 months or however much time to actually start seeing results. But with paid ads, I can get you those leads tomorrow. So I'm not saying throw the baby out with the bathwater there. I am saying that those decision phase campaigns are expensive because other people are thinking the same exact thing. If somebody's like, buy widgets now is what they're searching for on Google, guess what? You're going to have competition that are going to drive up the cost of that. It's going to be a highly commercial term with lots of competition. Something you need to account for with your overall budget. But hopefully your time to close is a lot faster with those decision phase campaigns, and the amount of nurturing and other things that we need to build around it to get those to be sales qualified and open up a new opportunity for those are smaller. Awesome.